Traore brings back fond memories of Thomas Sankara, who truly had Africa's best interest at heart, and we all remember what happened to him. It is men exactly like Captain Traore who will work to break the shackles of Western colonialism and bring Africa into the future. Young and fearless leaders like him understand the value that Africa brings to the world, and with support from people like Vladimir Putin, Russia, and unions like BRICS, the sky's the limit. So what do you think about Captain Traore? Does he have what it takes to not only lead Africa into the future, but also inspire other young African leaders to step up to the plate and lead the world's most important continent to prosperity and true freedom?
Greetings all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today we are talking about Ibrahim Traore and the attention he has caused all over the world. I love how Ibrahim Traore has captured the whole world. He has captured the attention of the whole world. Even the whites are standing with Traore, not to speak for Africa, but to support a global call for justice. Before we proceed, let us listen to what they had to say.
Africa has everything. Africa is super rich culturally, language-wise, foods, resources. Everything is in Africa. Africans only need to take back control of their continent.
Every morning when he wakes up and prays, he should also pray to the Africans. Because it is thanks to our ancestors that there is a France today, he should pray to us.
Yes, that's right. Macron, after decades of France basically stealing the reserves and the gold from Burkina Faso, they still hold some of Burkina Faso's gold, by the way, and won't give it back. He says that Burkina Faso and Ibrahim Traore should thank them for doing it. The chutzpah! Meanwhile, other nations, such as Russia, are building ties with Burkina Faso and showing Ibrahim Traore nothing but respect.
The West murdered Patrice Lumumba. They then dismembered him. They then dissolved him in acid and sent one of his teeth back to Brussels for safekeeping, for DNA. It was only returned to the Congo last year. He hated Belgian colonist government that was finally having to leave power. Took this fine man, probably the greatest of all African leaders, and murdered him.
Americans threatening Burkina Faso. Why is Trump going to back for the French and going after this guy? Why is the head of the U.S. AFRICOM, the Africa Command, talking about the need to secure Burkina Faso's resources? Because this guy is the boogeyman to European imperialism. He's a young black African Muslim Marxist who is digging out the French deep state in Africa. French colonialism never ended in Africa. The French have a very effective deep state in Africa. Through the banking system, through fake ownership of the natural resources of Africa, they have been able to maintain economic and political and military control over much of their former colonies. Most of the wealth of France is still stolen from Africa. The gold that fills their banks, the uranium that powers their metropolis, all of this is looted from Africa. When they pulled out, they installed a deep state with corrupt rulers that they could pay off in order to get resources for practically nothing. And Traore is ending that system. The French created a banking system for Africa that gives France basic entire control over those nations' economies. The Africans actually have to borrow their own money at interest from France. And the gold mines, the uranium mines, all the natural resources in these countries are treated as French property, and Traore has been making them property of the Burkinabe people. And as leader of the Alliance of Sahel States, his neighbors have been joining in on it. France has been getting driven out.
When white people speak out against injustice, they challenge the system from the inside. The support from white community reminds us that silence is complicity, but solidarity is revolutionary. To every white person standing up, thank you so much. The fight is long, but with the true solidarity, justice will echo louder than oppression. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe. Have a lovely day.
And I hope everyone is aware that we are no longer in a war on terrorism, but in a war of independence. Everyone must understand that it is a strategy for the imperialists to impose this war on us. Normally, every leader, every ruler should fight for their country. It's a strategy. They fight for their interests, and we must also fight for our interests. if we manage to develop, to prosper, it means that over there, they will not be able to develop. They will have to regress. If we manage to transform our raw materials tomorrow, it means that over there, factories will close. Do you understand the logic? So it's normal that they fight to disrupt our society, to keep it in this constant war, so that we can never think about developing one day. And then they will continue to develop, while we will still be here exporting our raw materials to them and our youth, suffering in poverty, trying to cross the ocean to go beg over there.